Today we're going to be talking about ember-hold-button. So when you're in your Ember app, lots of times you click on something and it happens immediately, and that's awesome. That's one of the reasons we love Ember. But other times something happening immediately isn't so great. Let's say you accidentally hit this delete key. Oops, it's all gone forever. So there are some ways around this. One of them is doing a pop-up and saying, hey, are you sure you want to delete this? But that's really annoying, especially for things that are of middling importance that you would legitimately want to delete. So enter ember-hold-button. What happens when you want to delete something, or if you want to take any action that you want to be sure to confirm, you hold, and then if you hold it for a certain amount of time, then it takes that action. Get started with this add-on. We'll run ember install. After we're done installing the add-on, we'll go find our delete button and replace it. We'll replace it with the hold button component. It'll take a type, which for now we'll have as rectangle, and then an action, which our action here has been delete, so we'll use that. Since this is a component, it can take something like a class, which we'll put on the outside div. And we'll make this pull right, just like before, so it'll be in the same position. Then we'll put in what we want the button to say, and close it off. Now let's go ahead and see how that looks. Well, here's our delete button. Let's see how it works. If we hold it, the timer will go up, and then it'll delete. Let's look at some other behavior. If we hold and then go off of it, then the timer will go back down. If we hold and release, the timer will go back down. And notice when we're holding it down, we don't have to release it like we would here. Here I can hold this down as long as I want, move away, release, and it doesn't do anything. Here if I try to do that, I'm not going to release this whole time. And it's still gone. So that's something to keep in mind when you're using this. It'll normally save you a lot, but there are still some differences in behavior you have to account for. Now let's look at some of the ways we can configure this. The most important is delay. So it's automatically set to 500, but we can set it to any number of milliseconds that we want. For something that's really important, we might want to have it for 2 seconds instead of half a second. So with that delay, we'll see that it takes considerably longer to do it. This can add in a measure of safety for your more vital things that you really don't want to be deleted on accident or clicked on accident. There's also the different types. We've been using rectangle. There's also circle, which goes from the inside out, filling out like that. There's the border circle. There is the progress bar, which you have to do a little bit of extra CSS styling to make work, and the reverse circle animation. A little explanation on this CSS. So ember-hold-button is the class applied to every ember-hold-button, and then you have the class of the type. And then the thing that's happening after you hold it a long time is the span. So here, this is the starting one. And then the one that's filling up is the span, defined here. There's also the isHolding and isComplete attributes. So let's go ahead and use those to make something really cool. First, we'll copy this CSS for the full progress bar, and then we'll paste it in our style sheet. This will make a progress bar just like we saw in the README. Then, to add our own flair, let's use the isHolding class and turn the color red. So when we test this out, we see that it slowly turns red as we hold it. That's really cool. So that's the ember-hold-button add-on. It's extremely easy to get started with, and it's fairly easy to customize. I hope you enjoy using it in your apps, and I'll see you next time.